Today on Free Field Journey, we are looking at the Olight M18 Striker. The M18 Striker is marketed as a self-defense light. And so we're going to look at it from that perspective, and from the perspective of somebody that's going to be using it as a tactical light for police or security use, or as a defensive weapon for security use, if that's the only option that you have. Now, the M18 Striker comes in at $50, which puts it right in the middle of the road of tactical lights. There are lights that are a lot more expensive, and there are lights that are a boatload cheaper. We've seen a bunch of those on the channel. This rides right in between the super expensive and the super cheap, and I think gives people a lot of the reliability of more expensive lights without giving up a lot of the performance that you get when you get lights that are only performance based, which a lot of the cheaper lights seem to be only based on lumen ratings and not on how well the light will actually work for the purposes you're trying to put it into. So the M18 Striker is a 2CR123 or single 18650 battery 1000 lumen light. It's not an 1800 lumen light or a 1200 lumen light like the super cheap ones would be, and it's not a 600 lumen light like the really high-end market ones that are completely dedicated to reliability are. It rides right down the middle, but it comes with a lot of the features that you'd expect to find on the super high-end lights. Some of which I like, some of which I don't like, but we're going to go over both of them here today. First, let's look at the light output. I put the M18 Striker up against the other lights that I use at work, namely the Streamlight Stinger LED, my current duty light. And the Striker does everything the Streamlight Stinger LED does, and a little bit more, because it's designed to do a little bit more. It's designed to have a little bit more flood, it's designed to be smaller, it's designed to be a more compact and powerful package, where my duty light is designed to be ultra reliable and of a certain size where you can use flashlight techniques like sticking it underneath your arm. And it's designed to be cradle rechargeable, and it's designed to be used on a constant basis for police work. You can see the Striker going down a standard residential alley, shining it around a neighborhood and across a large field. It gets the job done. It's not astounding in any one job, but it does all of them well enough where you could use it as a duty light if you had to. It would make an awesome backup light if all we were looking at was the output of the light itself. There's enough throw to throw across a field, there's enough flood to look for shell casings or other evidence on the ground, and there's enough punch to punch through tinted glass or to give somebody a face full of light if you had to in a hurry. The face full of light is really what this is designed for as a defensive light. You can see my video up there about using light as a weapon for more on my thoughts of using a light in a defensive manner. Now, the M18 Striker is large enough where it sticks out from both ends of your hands when you're holding it in a fist, and so that means it can be used as a kubotan, a pressure point tool, if you had to. For this purpose, it has a crenulated bezel, which isn't really my favorite thing. More about that in the video that I pointed you to before. The one downside that I really see to it for this purpose is it doesn't have a protector on the tail cap switch, which means that if this is sitting in your pocket, it could be accidentally activated from you sitting down. The pocket clip on it is excellent, allowing you to keep it head up while it's in a pants pocket, so you're not ripping your pants up with the crenulated bezel, and also to attach it to a hat and use it as a headlamp if that's what you need at the moment. So for its purpose and price point, the M18 Striker isn't a bad deal. The light's UI is a little funky, but I don't think most people are going to use it really at all. People normally just leave these little pocket tactical lights on full power. I know I do. The UI on the M18 Striker is pretty simple. Click on, click off. That does most of your functions because, let's be honest, most people just leave the lights on full blast all the time. Or you can half press between them to turn the light up or down. I'm not really good at it. To be honest with you, I just leave the thing on high. And if you really quickly fast press, you can get it into strobe mode. Or, as I like to call it, party light mode. Party lights! And really the only use I've ever found for it is holding over my daughter's head so she can have party lights. But if you're into that type of thing, I guess you could get good at playing with it and getting it into strobe mode. I think those strobe modes are hidden for good reason on most of these lights though. For 50 bucks, if you're a guy that's looking for a backup light that's high quality without breaking the bank, or if you're a security guard who works day shift who needs something for those times you need a light and you don't want to have to carry a whole lot around, or if you're just looking for an EDC light that can flex into other roles, I don't think this is a very bad option at 50 bucks. It comes in under the price of a Surefire, far under the price of a Surefire, a little under that of a Streamlight, while still maintaining most of the capabilities and a lot of the durability of those without having to go all the way down to your Thorfires of $17, $18 lights that come without batteries that maybe you'll get a good one, maybe you'll get a bad one. So that's the Olight M18 Striker. I hope that sheds a little light on the situation for all of you. If you have any questions about it, throw them down in the comments below. Until next week, you guys be safe and take care of each other. I'd like to thank all the Patreon supporters, and especially the Shift Supervisor level Patreon supporters that we have listed here. Your contributions are what allows free field training to continue on and become better. Thank you.